Hey, good evening. It's after 10 o'clock, and unfortunately I think these are the initial clips today. Couple things, news and noteworthy today. F10's backed in. That's weird. Doesn't usually happen. Two, today was kind of a weird shop day. So the BlueBus is coming to market here soon, in 4 or 5 days, are when shipments will start going to the end users. And I mentioned in my update video that went live about a week ago, who wants to see an installation video, who wants to see a mounting video, who wants to see a review video. And I haven't decided if those are going to be 3 separate videos or one long one with like chapters in it. I could put a little table of contents in the beginning. What do you want to see? Installation, mounting, or a review or / demo? The review demo will change as software changes and is updated and upgraded. You know, maybe the UI gets tweaked a little bit and isn't exactly the same, but for the most part it should be pretty similar. But I'm thinking it's probably just going to be one longer video. Anyways, today was mounting day, and I had ordered a bracket that we had hoped would fit 2 or 3 weeks ago. Had to come from Germany. They told me it would take a month or more and not to expect it before March, but they called me this morning and said it's in. So I stopped in the dealer, I picked it up. It was only 14 bucks for this new bracket in that weird like gold colored metal that has different colors in it. If you look at it, I don't know if it's galvanized or... Nate, you're already typing a response for why that metal is colored the way that it is. But anyways, I picked that up, and there's just 2 problems with it. One, I don't see how it fits in the car at all. And 2, there's no way the BlueBus will attach to that. The BlueBus has a plastic enclosure with 2 small holes in it that are, I forget, 93 or 96 millimeters apart. The holes on this bracket were like 110 millimeters apart. There's no easy way to retrofit it, and even if you did, it wouldn't work in the car, so that's a no-go. However, in my box O brackets at the shop, I kept one from car number 2, BZ98005, the carbon black car that came with the factory phone. And I don't know what the module is, but mounted on top of the navigation computer, in between the navigation computer bracket and the chassis, was this long black box that had, to me, what is an LPT connector on it, a line printer terminal communication port that you would have used on your Lexmark inkjet printer from 1996. I guess it's just a parallel port, you know, the one shaped like that with a million huge pins in it. I don't know what it is, but the bracket that was in on top of the nav computer, I took that out of the drawer and I figured out a way to modify it. I only had to drill 2 holes in it, which is pretty easy. And then I went to Harbor Freight and I bought some rubber washers and grommets and stuff, and kind of built a little bushing thing around the BlueBus so it doesn't get rattled to hell being bolted to the chassis. And then I cut a piece of, it's not foam, a piece of material that I've used on the service cart. It's what you would put in a drawer, like it's drawer liner for these toolkit drawers, like this stuff, but it's not that textured, it's more foamy. I took a piece of that and cut a little strip and put it around where the BlueBus mates the bracket. So it's a pretty good setup. It took me a couple hours today. I had to remove a little stud from it, which involved using the press and a drill and a grinder, and I got carried away with it as usual. But it's in the car. It's pretty good. I mean, the thing fits in there really well. It's surrounded by rubber. There's enough wire. It's located in a place that the wires all plug in for me, because I have the Sirius module, and my 3-pin power is borrowed from the Sirius slave cable, not from the factory vehicle harness that would ordinarily power the 6-disc CD changer. So I don't know that this is viable for everybody, but for people with Sirius XM and the slave cable for power and or analog DSP, it works really well. So it's tucked up there out of the way, it's nice and neat. Then of course I found out that my BM53 was installed backwards, so I had to take that out, and then the aux cable had to be moved, which meant de-pinning it from the harness and then re-pinning it into pins 3, 4, and 10 on the C block of the BM53 connector. So it was kind of a frustrating day of working in the trunk on that sort of stuff, and then of course mail and shit from home this morning. Tomorrow morning, Ferrari goes in for service. What are the odds? This headlight is not going up or down anymore. That one does. It comes on fine. We're going to let them diagnose it. And that's about all I know. I'm not going to talk forever tonight. I went out tonight to BJ's, had a great dinner. I'm back here now and very much ready for bed. So I'm going to do that. We'll talk on Wednesday, hump day. Good night.